Hi, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how to make some stylized clouds using Blender and geometry nodes. So let's begin. So we are in Blender now. I'm going to delete everything and I'm going to add Bezier curve. Go to edit mode and delete. I'm going to draw a custom curve like this, and then I'm going to the geometry nodes editor, hit new. Okay, now first I'm going to resample the curve using resample curves. Okay, and put it to length. Okay, now we have to displace the curve using set position mode. Set position. Okay, and noise texture. Okay, color to offset. Now as we can see, we have a displacement on the curve, but it offsetted the curve from the origin. To fix that, I'm going to add a math node and set it to subtract, and it will snap to the origin. Also, I don't want the displacement on the x-axis and z-axis, so I'm going to add another math, but this time vector math. Set it to multiply, and I'm going to just add it on the y-axis. Okay, like so. Also, I'm going to reduce the displacement on the both start and the end of the curve. So for that I need a float curve and spline parameter node. Okay, factor to value and another math node. Actually duplicate this one and put it right here. Take the center and bring it down here. We can make some interesting shapes here, like so. Okay. And I'm going to convert this curve to a mesh. For that I'm going to use curve to mesh. And I'm going to add a line, curve line, and connect it to the profile. Okay, I'm going to make it 0 on the Z and start X, something like this, and something like this. Okay, actually it doesn't matter, but okay. I'm also going to taper both ends of the mesh, so for that we need to use a float curve and spline parameters. Before the curve to mesh, I'm going to add Set curve radius. Set radius. Okay. Now we can edit our taper. So we make this spline parameter and it goes to factor to value and that to radius. Okay, now that's what we want. Just that. Okay. So we have our base mesh for the cloud. I'm going to add a distribute points on face like so. I'm going to increase the density and also add instance on point sound. I'm going to use icospheres for the instance mesh. Okay. Let me add more divisions like so. Also, I'm going to use a curve node again, float, and for the value I'm going to use the captured attribute and plug it to the escape like so. Okay, something like this. I'm also going to decrease. Okay, now it's better. Nice. Now I'm going to also use a random value and a math node. So put it here and make it multiply. So this one is 0 and don't want it to be 0. Okay. I'm going to increase the density of the points like so, so we have some more. I'm also going to where was it? Going to make it a little bit flat like so. And you can do some displacement on the base. I mean this base. So I'm going to subdivide it. equation surface. Okay, maybe 2. And also another set position node. And a noise texture. So I'm going to add a math node as well. Set it to subtract. And if I change this value, you can see I can make it a little bit more random. Okay. Also, I'm going to add a displacement for the icosphere itself. So let me add a set position node again, and a noise texture. Okay, now I'm going to add the math node again, set it to subtract. But as you can see, we have a problem. I'm going to use a vector math and normal. So I'm set it to multiply. Now, as you can see, it deforms the mesh based on the normals. I'm also add another math node to control the amount of the displacement. As you can see. Okay. Actually, we can have it here. Okay. Now we can add another layer of displacement. Let me see. Yeah. It's better if it's straight like this and not curved. Okay. Okay, I'm going to add realize instances, and also I'm going to copy this and add a set position node again. I'm going to decrease the scale and add some distortion. Also, we can subdivide subdivision surface. Now, as you can see, we are getting some cloud shapes. See, no, that's too much. Okay, I'm going to use set shade smooth. Okay, I'm also going to set material. Okay, so I'm going to add the material, new. Okay, and So let's see what we got. For the coloring of the cloud, I'm going to use again the curve attribute. So for that I'm going to use a store named attribute, and for the value I'm going to use the factor of the spline parameter. So I'm naming, I can use some sp for spline. Okay, so we are gonna use this attribute for the coloring of the cloud. So let's head over to shading tab, shader editor, and let me go to the render view as well. I can add a light here so we can see a bit better. Okay. Now that we have our geometry, I'm going to make some shader for it. Add a color ramp, like so. Okay. For the factor, I'm going to use attribute that we created, and the factor to the factor. We didn't set our texture shader geometry node. Can name it to clouds here, and our set material use the cloud. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use maybe bluish color here. Okay, on the both ends, like so, and set it to maybe spline. Okay. Now I'm going to add some subsurface to it, maybe like so, and let me try this out like you can also make it even more. Okay, now I think it's looking good, but I'm going to remove the specular. Actually, crank up the roughness. Okay. Okay, something like this. Now, if you go to the edit mode and draw some curves, you can see we have created a procedural stylized clouds. You can also use a color ramp to drive the transparency, but I think this is more cartoony and more stylized. If you want, you can add, for example, pink or any color you want actually for different effects. Again, you can also go back and edit these curves with your whenever you want. So that's it. Hope it was useful and see you next time.